everybody, my name is Estro Jen and this is another episode of the Estro Jen. Today I'm going to be showing you how to 50-50 grind, or X grind, or one foot in front of the other on the coping grind, or all the axles on the coping grind. I don't know what we call it in roller skating. I think we're still trying to figure that all out, but it's a move and I know you want to learn it because you told me in the comments, so let's get right to it. What do I need to know how to do before I try a 50-50 grind? And my answer to you would be, you want to learn how to frontside stall, backside stall. And that whole thing behind stalling is like you want to get into the pose and make sure that you can balance in the position before you grind or slide it. So that's why we're going to do 50-50 stalls before we learn how to carve them. The carving information in this video is going to be applicable for all other grinds and slides and carving. And let's get right into the 50-50 stall. I like to start on a line whenever I'm trying to figure out anything. So I like to imagine that this line here is the coping. I turn right on almost everything, but you may turn left. So you're going to want to decide first which foot's going to be out front, which one's more comfortable to you. For me, when I turn right, the easy way is my left foot back and my right foot front. But you may disagree with me. You may turn right and want it this way because you're more comfortable going into the ramp with your front body facing the ramp. I find it more comfortable this way, where my front body is facing the rail and the back of my body is facing the ramp. Now, if you turn to the left, you're gonna turn to the left and decide, do you want your right foot in front and your left in the back, or your left foot in front and the right in the back? And I'm talking about this because there's 4 different variations. This direction and this direction. And there's this direction and this direction. So figure out what you're going to do before you do it. And my partner behind the camera gave me a nice recommendation. Tell them to take their skates off. Jump up onto a step as if that's the coping. Try different ways if you still don't know from a line which foot should be out in front or behind you. All right, let's get to the skating part. That's what I'm here for. Since there's 4 variations, you're going to want to figure out whether you're going to go from a frontside approach or a backside approach. So you know that like frontside stalls and grinds, you've got your back towards the ramp and your front side is towards the curl part. So if you were to do the X grind and baby step backwards to a front side, you would probably have your right foot out front and your back foot behind you, like this. Oh, the balance. If you were turning left, the front side variation version would be the left foot in front and the right foot behind you. Just like that. And then if you're more comfortable with backside stall, I would say that if you're turning right, the right foot's behind you and the left foot is out in front of you. And if you're turning to the left and the back sides are more uncomfortable, then the left foot's behind and the right foot is in front. And that's why we're debating whether we should call these frontside or backside 50-50 stalls. All right, to the stall, nice and controlled. My gaze is at the coping. I'm looking at the coping as I'm coming up to it. I'm looking at the coping as I come up to it. So you want to get these nice solid stalls first. Solid stalls first. Okay. You may be at home saying, Estro, I still can't do it. I practiced all day. I don't blame you. All day is not enough time to practice. It takes a while to learn these things, and there's so many different variations that require different balancing acts, so just be really easy and gentle on yourself. You don't need to buy anything special to pull these moves off, but if you needed to buy something special, A lot of the components, like the grind trucks and the blocks, they're out of stock right now because 2020 really messed up the roller skating industry. But what is available is my awesome customer, Skate Rats, Brian, has got some XOXO grind trucks that are available today that are 3 inches that you could start grinding on if you wanted to. Or you can look at the video that I posted last week about grinding and sliding without slide blocks. My next tip for you is check out the Moxie Skates YouTube video, How to Backside Stall, this week. It's being posted. There's a lot of really great tips that are going to help you with this move, the X grind or 50-50 grind. The way that I learned my switch 50-50 grinds, which in my memory is the latest variation of this trick that I've practiced, is by getting used to doing the 90-degree turn with my head and shoulders and just landing on the deck. And then when I was comfortable, I would move a foot onto the coping and then stagger my stance and then bend my knee and lower my butte so that I felt really stable and so close to the edge of the ramp. So it looks like this. Okay, next time I'm going to try and land like this. Woo! And whichever variation you're doing, you just work yourself up to getting closer and closer. Okay, I'm getting cocky. Let's slide it. I mean, grind it. How to grindo. You have to carve. We should make a video about carving. Should we cover carving here, Miguel?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna.
I mean, if you don't know how to carve, it shouldn't be extra. You should be grinding. Because grinding is the key of. Carving is the key for grinding. And you have.
That's a good point, Miguel.
Like, I mean, it's not impossible. Like you can. Some people can't carve, but they can grind because they don't have a 4 feet wide ramp. But you carving without realizing, you know, remember that point to point.
Yeah. I think we should make a separate video about carving.
Yeah, we talk a lot about like staggering, pivot points, and all that stuff.
Let me tell you the real reason why we're going to make a second video about carving. I learned how to carve from Miguel. One of the reasons why I fell in love with him, he taught me how to grind like an entire coping, you know, not just a little baby grind where you're just sliding a little bit. He really taught me how to carve with speed and at an angle in a way that would send me flying off the ramp. And it really works. The tip is awesome. So let's make that video next, Miguel, together, huh?
Okay.
No pressure. And I'll just give them a tip about carving. So once you have the stall down, make sure that you know some other slider grind. Like, you can learn how to grind a 50-50 by practicing frontside slides, backside slides. And then when you're ready to carve into a 50-50 grind, you just want to make sure that you are not starting the stall or the grind from the same place that you're dropping in. Here's what I mean. If I were to expect to grind across from the same place that I was dropping in, I wouldn't go anywhere because there's no angular and lateral momentum setting me up to slide on the coping. So here's what I mean. All right, dropping in here, and yeah, you don't go anywhere. To go anywhere, you have to draw a half a rainbow. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets of skate light on this ramp. And however far, like if you drop in from the edge of the ramp and you carve 2 sheets, you should be able to grind 2 sheets. So the distance that you're carving is kind of proportionate to how far you can grind. Miguel's saying so-so. Gotta go. Sorry, Miguel. It was a carving demonstration. What? What do you mean I cheated on it? On the deck? Oh, okay. Miguel, I don't think roller skating has rules like cheating, but Miguel thinks that I'm cheating because the outside wheels are rolling on the deck. Okay, and that's not cheating because that's just the way we're built.
I know.
And it's okay, it's okay. Oh no, I'm totally putting it in the edit, Mickey. Because it's reality!
Look at the bad guy, Look at the face of the bad guy. You're not hating.
We get wheel bite, we get wheel roll. We're not bladers, we're roller skaters.
I front flipped before because of wheel bite. I went to the hospital.
I didn't say anything about you. I said we get wheel bite. We do. We get wheel bite. We get wheel roll. But Miguel is suggesting that I lean into the ramp more and don't. Hear that grinding noise, Mickey? What am I doing now? Now I'm just... And that concludes our tutorial about how to X grind. I mean, how to 50-50 grind. I mean, should we make up our own names in roller skating? How do you talk about this stuff without names? What would you name it? Put it in the comments. Let me know. All right, let me go. I love you. Have a lovely week.